Hey guys, Invenit here, and in this video I'm going to talk about what items you should use as a warrior and or assassin. Like I wrote in the title, it's a beginner guide, so if you know the game well, it won't help you, but if you started recently, it can be very helpful. I used in my last video a voice generator program because I thought that my accent sucks, but I decided to try to make the talks myself. So tell me guys what you are thinking about it. But let's get started with the video. The main boots you should use are the Gilded Graves. They are extremely useful because of the high amount of resistance they give. Resistance makes the enemy's CCs, so basically stuns and slow, shorter, and it's very important to be able to chase the enemy or escape. Also, the magic defense is very useful because most of the used items are against physical damage. But there is some exceptions when you should use other items. The most important alternative is Sonic Boots. They make the enemy's auto-attack weaker. They make you much tankier. You should use this item as alternative when you have resistance from your skills. For example, take a look at Lubu's ultimate. It gives you a lot of resistance, so you don't need that much from items. Also, it's a good item when the enemy team has less CCs and instead of magic damage, they have big auto-attacks, for example Marksman. Sometimes Hermes Select is useful, for example on Scud, because he needs mobility very much, because Scud is a hit and run type of hero. Another rare alternative is War Boots, which give you auto-attack speed. Mostly it's not worth it, but sometimes if you deal your damage mainly with auto-attack and your mobility is very high, like Necrof, it's a useful item. Another important item is Frostcape. It gives you some defensive stats, but also damage and slow. It should be used mainly if your hero has bad slow abilities. You should choose the next items mainly on the principle whether a tanky or a damage dealer role is more suitable for you or for your hero. In professional games, the best players use mostly a tanky build, which not necessarily means that all of the items are tanky, but most of them are. The strategy is that these heroes are quite good damage dealers, but they die too fast, so they make them tankier, and ranged heroes from safer distance make the damage. In a non-pro match, you don't have to follow this strategy, and it's not good with every heroes, but it gives your team certainly a better chance against the enemy. I think the best build for most cases is a hybrid build. The main damage item is Rank Breaker. It gives you a huge amount of armor pierce and normal attacks. You should use it with almost every heroes because without it your damage is too low. And another very good item is Omni Arms. It just gives you everything: life, lifesteal, lower cooldown, normal attacks, attack speed, and bigger first auto attack after a skill. And another health tanky item is Hercules Madness. It gives you armor, normal attacks, and a shield if your HP is below 40%, and also 20% lifesteal. It's a good item, but you have to be lucky to trigger it when you need to. A very good tanky item is Mantle of Ra, which also gives you constant damage around you, depending on how much HP you have. It's a must-have for tanky or half-tanky builds. It gives you HP and armor too. Since most of your items give armor against physical hits, you should protect yourself against magic damage. Medallion of Troy gives you HP, magic armor, and a big shield against magic attacks, which refreshes itself. It's also good against a lot of heroes who deal a lot of physical damage, because there are often also magic damage from skills like Telenas or enchantments or items, so your shield can block them. A basically hybrid item, and most of the builds contain it, is Blade of Eternity. It gives you damage, armor, and resurrects you with half HP 2 times if you die and the game doesn't count it. Very useful, and you can sell it and buy another item if you use its loads. The two best jungle items are Leviathan, which is basically a better Mantle of Ra, so it gives you armor, HP and magic damage around you, and Soul Reaver, which just gives you an extreme amount of damage. Also there is Aegis, which is often used. It slows the enemy's moving and attack speed who attacks you, or Death Sickle, which absorbs the final blow. It is mainly both after the two loads of Blade of Eternity. Muramasa is good against tanks because of the armor pierce percentage. Chris Sancti is good for auto-attack heroes like Necrof or Zenith. There are some other items which are rarely used, but I found these the most important ones. So you basically need a good combination of items, which is good for your hero. You can see some of my builds on my pictures. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope I could help and make you an easier start in Arena of Valor. If you want to support this channel and watch my future videos, please subscribe.